Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a beautiful Friday. It's so pretty outside. I'm just getting ready to go play with my grandkids and go see some baby animals for Friday. It's going to be a great day. First day of April. If you've done any crazy April Fool's Day jokes, I would love to hear about it. I used to do those when my kids were little, and it was so much fun. And it's a great day. Great, great day. Feed your brain. Feed your brain Friday. What do I want to talk about today? It's easy to talk about. There's a lot of things out there about stress and anxiety and depression. Those are the more well-known things that we think about. But what about those things that we don't talk about very much, that aren't as well known, such as body dysmorphia, or when children eat red food dye or yellow food dye and it makes them go all over the place, crazy, crazy. What about when you're a child, every time something fun happens, they get a bellyache, they get a tummy ache. They're the ones that you're like, what? It's like Christmas and now you're sick. Or the day before school starts, or the day before a test. And what about self-harm? All those things may be related to low neurotransmitters. Crazy, right? I mean, we don't usually put the connection together that might be what's going on. So just to remember, guys, that the neurotransmitters in your brain are your happy, calm, feel good chemicals. They are the ones that fire those chemicals. And when they're not firing, they can stop firing. You can be born with less of them. So if you have children that struggle, or toxins, lifestyle, different things, too much stress can cause those to stop firing as well. And when they stop, it can also be that, your neurotransmitters are fed by amino acids. A lot of the amino acids we have in our body. And when they're not producing enough to feed those neurotransmitters, it's almost like your neurotransmitters are being starved because they're not being fed that brain food. And so let's talk today about some of those things that we don't really talk about. When you talk about body dysmorphia and somebody who is so focused on their looks and to the point that they're so afraid that people are judging them in so highly that they're, excessive grooming, they restrict their eating, their food regimen could be something to the side of bulimia, where they eat and then they throw up, or anorexia, where they're just so limited on what they're eating because they're controlling what they eat. Compulsive behaviors, things like that. Also, in the same category, if your child struggles with, you give them sugar or candy with red dye, and they end up all over the wall, all over the ceiling, right? That could literally be a low serotonin. So serotonin is your positive mind. It's your flexibility. It's life is, life flows, confidence. And when it drops, those are just a couple of the things that many people aren't even aware of. They see it, they feel it, they know it, but they don't understand that there's that link to the neurotransmitter. Kind of crazy, right? So by feeding the brain 5-HTP or tryptophan or both or combination, it can help to raise the serotonin. What we're doing is we're raising the serotonin. We're not trying to change something. We're not trying to feed them something that they don't need or, give it literally is to raise that firing in the brain that helps to reduce those feelings. The other one is apathy. If you struggle with apathy, depression is the black cloud, and apathy is I just don't care. I don't care about anything. That's a dopamine issue. But by feeding your brain tyrosine, which is one that your body does produce, it can raise the dopamine. Crazy, right? The other one is when you're a little child, like I said, or even yourself, something exciting is coming up, and you find yourself sick to your stomach. Changes in life are happening, and you find yourself sick to your stomach. Your child goes to school, first day of school, or has a test, and they're sick to their stomach. That could be a GABA issue. Their GABA is too low. They're not able to calm things down so that, the anxiety goes from in the brain to in the body, and they feel it, and it gives them a tummy ache. By feeding them GABA, which is one of the coolest ones because GABA converts right to GABA, so it doesn't take very long, 5 to 7 minutes. They can feel a difference. So crazy. The last one, let's talk about self-harm. That's actually an endorphin issue. The very first time my daughter came downstairs and she'd done some cutting, and she had this blood running down her arms and down her legs, I was so scared. Didn't understand what it meant, what was going on. And I was in so much fear. And what I learned about self-cutting, and it doesn't have to be self-cutting, it could be pulling your hair out, pulling your eyebrows out. When my daughter was in 7th grade, she came home from school one day and all of her eyelashes were gone. And she had told us that it's because she burned them off in her food class. And we believed her. We had no reason not to. But she didn't tell us until probably 10 years later that she hadn't burned them off. She was sitting on the bus going to school, and for one reason, she pulled one of her eyelashes off, and it felt so good that she started pulling them all out. It could be pulling your hair out. It could be poking yourself with pins. I'm not against tattooing. Some people really love to get tattoos, and what they're doing is they're poking their skin, right? That's an endorphin issue. So when your endorphins are either so much, or not the endorphins, sorry, when your emotions, when you're feeling so much emotions that you want to release them, or you're feeling numb and you want to feel something, when you self-harm, you cut, you pull your eyelashes out, you pull your hair out, you poke at your skin, what that does is the minute you do, it floods your body with these wonderful endorphins. Endorphins are amazing. It's the same thing that happens if you go into shock. The first thing happens is it floods your body. It's a protector, right? And it helps to release those endorphins. One of the other things you can do would be to take some DLPA, some happy. By taking the DLPA happy, it can help to support the neurotransmitters, to support the endorphins. Kind of crazy how this all works, The more I learn about the brain, the more exciting it is, because I learned that, we have answers. There's hope in healing. The answers come in crazy ways, because I would never have known this. I would never have gone looking for it if my own daughter hadn't been struggling and needed some help. So now they're available. And now that you know, you can help your little child, that teenager, yourself. Feed the brain, change your life. And if you're not sure, if you need them, then go to my website, hypnoaminos.com. There's a quiz. Could amino acids be your missing link? Could they? It's worth a try. It's worth looking. Anyway, I'm going to head up. I'm going to go play with the baby animals and play with my grandchildren. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. It is my cute little granddaughter Harper's 5th birthday tomorrow. 5. She's so excited. So we get to play and party this whole weekend. Happy day. Woo! It's going to be lots of fun. Happy birthday to Harper. I love you, baby. I know she won't see this, but at least she knows her grandma loves her. In the meantime, guys, keep smiling. Life matters. You matter. Shelly Joe with Shelly Joe Hypnoaminos, also known as Amino Acid Lady and Hypnotherapist. Keep smiling, guys. See ya. Bye. Mwah.